Oh, it's
right
alright.
now.
Yeah. No. Oh, what were you gonna ask you? Oh, if you have to censor it.
Oh yeah, do I have to? Can I cuss?
Say that again?
Can I cuss?
Oh, you can do whatever you want.
Alright, cool. Alright, work.
Be yourself, bro.
Alright.
Hold on. I'm trying to see how I could transcribe this thing to make this thing work. So it just automatically records.
Alright.
Oh, if you about to curse, so it's about to be lit.
Nah, I just gotta make sure, like, check myself, just depend on, like, what I be saying, so.
Nah, be truthful.
Alright,
Be real. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna record it from. I can't even do that.
Alright.
Do y'all see a button where it says to record the meeting?
Yes.
You see it?
Yeah.
Can you press it?
Request to record on
Yeah.
this computer. It's saying that we gotta
So
send a
that-
request to you. And it was just saying.
Corner, how you gonna want to do this? And it's not even working.
Because I'm doing it from my phone, but I allowed it. So y'all can send it to me. I don't even know. All right. So let's get it started.
Alright.
So I'm going to ask 3 questions, but I really want to, I tied this to, like, black culture. And as a black man, like, how you feel about these certain questions and stuff like that.
Alright.
So, my first question is, as a black man, what role do you think self-love plays in how we show up in the world that often stereotypes or undervalues us?
Dang, that sounds a bit layered. Repeat that question for me.
So, as a black man, what role do you think self-love plays in how we show up in the world? Let's just keep it like that, so it's not so much.
Okay. Self-love plays. I think it's like highly important for like for like individuals to know who they are. I also feel like just like keeping it at like a work standpoint, like being in the public, there's like a sense of a mask you gotta put on just to like get through a work day. Like sometimes you don't want things to become too personal, too political and all that. So I feel like you do have to, in a way, to love yourself. You got to know your worth, but you also got to know like the audience that you be around too. Because you could say whatever you feel, but you got to understand the audience you're with and how they're going to be receptive to that or not. And sometimes people just don't want to understand you at all. So how much are your words really going to mean in those situations?
You know, what I find fascinating and I find funny is that I'm going to keep it like real with you. I find it that like in black culture, especially when it comes to like black women and stuff like that, once they see a black man, they're like, oh, what does he do? How much he make?
Yeah.
What car he drive?
Yeah.
Whatever it is, it's like he gotta have some money. So
Yeah.
a lot of times they put our self-love and our value when it comes to money. And that's
Yeah.
like that's the wrong aspect. Somebody
Right.
can have all the money in the world and not love themselves at all.
Right. It'd be hella material.
Right.
Because like once
Right.
you see a black
And then-
man, when you see a black man like roll out with a fucking Mercedes or a Bugatti, that already like signals a sense of status. So
Yeah.
it's like
They're like, oh, he's high value. All
Yeah.
the time he's beating women. It makes no sense.
Right.
And it's like, it makes us perceive money as the goal when in aspect it's us being actually happy internally before we could be fruitful with money or anything like that.
right.
Do you agree?
I agree because money can't be anything. It's like you're forced to be responsible with money. So it's like if you're just always stunting and shit, people are going to just see what you got, but they're not going to see like the attitude that you have with how you use money. Because you could have a nice car, but you could have poor hygiene and shit.
Right.
The car's going to be seen before your hygiene is. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's more. It's like pretty layered, and people just be shallow with it. To be honest, it don't even be like just a woman thing. Like, let's say like this 9 or 10 just walk in, like motherfuckers just gonna automatically want to like fuck them, you know?
Right.
Just gonna want to have sex with them, regardless of what they believe, regardless of like how many baby daddies they got, how responsible they are with their funds and shit, what their house look like. It's just like, oh, I look bad.
It's just attraction.
Yeah, like I look bad, I can get any nigga I want. When it's like it's a lot more than that. And there's like consequences with all that shit too.
Right. You know, I find it fascinating. I had this girl at my job, right? And she was like, oh, if a guy doesn't court me and he doesn't take me out, he don't pay my bills, I'm not talking to him. And to me, I'm like, you don't even look that good for me to, like, I would never court you that way. I wouldn't even court any woman that way. But you don't look good enough for me to even think about giving you my whole check.
Right.
So why do you feel confident or comfortable? But obviously, there was somebody in her life that made her feel like she was it.
They feel comfortable that way because they're told that they can.
Right.
That's what the problem is. And I don't want to be bashing women like that because it's like I'm a black man. I want to like uphold everybody. But it's like, it's just like buzzwords and like trends. They become so much of a thing that people just make it towards like that's law. It's like, right. I'm a baddie, I should be able to get whatever I want. It's like, no. No, you don't.
It's that city girl mentality.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this isn't to bash women. This is just straight for like spitting the facts. That's what's going on in society today.
Yeah.
Second question. Growing up in a culture where you're taught self-love directly, did you have to figure it out? Did you learn it from another black man, or did you have to learn that on your own?
That's deep.
I would say personally my like understanding of self-love really came from my mom. I say that because as black men, we're expected to behave in a type of way. It's a very like pseudo traditional type of expectations black men are like given. Like, you always got to be hard, you can't show no emotions, you always got to provide, always got to be strong, can't be a bitch. You know what I'm saying? One thing that I can say about my mom is like she was like super untraditional. It was always just like, I like this shit and I'm gonna just do it because I like this shit. And just seeing that growing up, that really inspired me to like be able to like, you know, pave your own path.
Right.
I think with self-love requires like a degree of unacceptance. Because you could have a whole crowd saying like, oh, you gotta do this, or that. And it's like, if you truly don't feel that way, if you can't agree with that, you have to be able to love yourself to stand on that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like trend going on right now. Everyone loving these Labubus and shit. Everyone loving Labubus, but it's like them shit. Do you know how much a Labubu costs? That's just like,
I don't even know what a Labubu is. Is that girl brand thing?
Nah, it's not even a girl. It's not a girl brand. It's like it's pretty much like these small ass stuffed animals, and they kind of look like
Monsters.
Yeah, they kind of look like monsters, like rabbit monsters in a way. Them things
Okay.
like $90 a pop.
Oh no.
Right, right, and you can get six of
Yeah.
them for like $250. And it's just a trend. Like you could either like it or not, but that's like
Mhm.
the whole thing now. I think like it's fine to like something, but you also have to understand how much you're getting wrapped up into it.
Right. Right. You know, when I was abroad, like I was taught like put women 1st. Like automatically, I grew up with nothing but women, so I didn't have that male dominant figure to be like, nah, you need to work on yourself first,
Yeah.
and then you can give from a poured cup. It was like all empty. Like I had $20. Here's 5 for you. Here's 5 for you. Here's 5 for you. I'm a rock with 5. And what I learned from that is like we're supposed to be taking care of our women. That is something that men are gonna do regardless.
Right,
But it's important to take care of you first,
right,
because without you, it's not gonna go.
Right.
It's just like we need women and women need us, right?
Yeah.
We all need each other. And let her help me lift myself up so we can actually cultivate this peaceful energy for everything to work out. Now, with that being stated, I had to kind of figure it out on my own, because there were certain things I seen like my parents do, or like other men in my life do, that I'm like, that's kind of not healthy.
Yeah.
Or like, you're selling drugs. I'm not trying to get locked up for real.
Yeah.
And you're just trying to pick a way like, this makes money, but that's gonna get me in trouble, or that doesn't make enough money. And then we're like, just trying to see what is the actual path to take that's gonna actually put me in alignment with the abundance that I want in my life.
right.
So I think that there is obviously things that we learn from the people around us, whether it's mom, dad, aunts, uncles, friends, whatever, right? But it's also who you want to be at the end of the day. Like that's like the end of self-love, is like, who am I gonna show day to day, and what I'm gonna practice. And we have to practice what we preach, you know?
Right.
So that's what I've learned to do. But I think it's cool what you said, because I've learned from a lot, like at my job, and I always speak about my job a lot because I'm there all the time.
Yeah.
But it's nothing but women there too. And when I listened to what they like from men, it was like, nah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Like older women know what they be talking about.
I wanna bump in. I've been seeing like, cause I be on TikTok and there was like this whole trend going on, and it was like these group of people. They have a cape, and what they do is they like have like a little cutout of a character or like a person that you see in like any type of fiction, like whether it's like a TV show, movie, yada yada yada. And it was pretty much that person that secretly turns you on. And it was these two women, and one of them grabbed the dad from, you know, the show Bluey.
Yeah.
Yeah, she grabbed the dad from Bluey, and it was just like, what the fuck? What's going on? How you getting horny off of a dog? You know what I'm saying? But I feel like a deeper understanding of that was that she likes the character on that. He's a great dad. That's all. That's really what it is. He's not like 6 foot, has like this outstanding job or financial situation. He's just he's always showing him just playing with his kids, and women love that shit. Women love seeing men playing with their kids.
Right. And you know, that's interesting, because now there's a lot of men taking care of their kids in the black community. But before, black men they were running from their problems. So I think that it's almost a scarcity right? And that in general, because it's like, oh, a man who's working on himself and he's taking care of his kids, that's rare. And people, I mean, some women appreciate it, some people appreciate it, but people who really, I think that are really seeing the world from the righteous place is like, yeah, you got to clap it up for somebody who take care of their own, you know?
Right.
Other people, they can say what they want to say. I just don't believe that practice that they're doing.
Yeah.
The third question, are you ready for the third question? Or?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, cool. What do you feel is the biggest challenge for Black men when it comes to loving themselves fully today?
The biggest, let me see, the biggest obstacle for Black men. I would say, I think that we're like in a transitioning phase of that, because we're getting to see, and social media is also showing us like the different types of Black men that you can see. You know how like think about like 10, 15 years ago, there weren't a lot of like different Black men you could see. You had shit like Family Matters, Cosby's Show, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and all that, where it's pretty much like a dad with a good ass job, being in a good financial situation, and him just pretty much being a dad and shit. And now you're seeing different outlooks of everything, because you get to see like the nerdy Black kid, you get to see the street Black kid, you get to see the goofy ass Black kid. So I think like as Black men, when it comes to self-love, it's being more individualized, and that could either be good or bad, because you gotta really know what love is before you could really understand if what you're doing is Black love or not. You know, because I don't want to make it a race thing. One thing I be seeing is like all these Black men be getting these white women pregnant, and they don't like Black women like that, you know? And that like trickles down on the kids to where it's like a self-hate of your race. And the kids get that. The white mom, it's like she ain't even got no say in it. She's just like a part of the problem. Not all white people. I'm just saying in that particular instance, she's just part of the problem, because you just really can't say nothing about it. All you got is this self-hating Black man having mixed ass kids, which is going to be like a whole different a different situation for that child, because now they're gonna have all these race issues. It's like, am I gonna be too white for the Black kids and too Black for the white kids? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like we have to identify the aspects of what love is supposed to look like before we could like see, am I really like loving myself?
You know, I agree with that to a degree, because I see like the difference with the culture. I think is in the way the woman behave. I think that naturally in like a white culture, women are much softer. But that's because the resources was so much better. Like, their husband can have like, or their father can have this successful franchise, making millions of dollars or $100K a year, and then it's like, oh, I know, like I'm taken care of. Like, whereas maybe in a Black family or something, a woman probably grew up without her dad, right? So.
That softness comes from comfortability.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Black women, they have to fight. Black women had to get jobs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even before like the whole feminist movement back in like the 60s or some shit, where women were like, we want to have jobs too. Black women
Right.
always had to have jobs. They didn't really get like that type of say. So that softness that men are expecting, that comes from something that a lot of women didn't get to have. So I can't really get mad about
Like fault them for it, yeah.
Right.
But I'm the reason why I brought it to attention was because that change in behavior for, especially for a black man, and if he's dating a white woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
He'll see that softness and be like, whoa, I haven't been treated like that before. Where did that come from?
Yeah.
That's what I want to cultivate in a black family. I want that here. But what is it going to take for me to achieve that? And that's when it comes to a man being like, hey, you know what? If I love myself deeply, am I going to accept any way I'm going to be treated?
Right.
Or I'm just going to adjust and take, and that's when it comes to like boundaries and seeing what's best for you.
Right.
And I think a lot of times when black men do that, it's because they're like, wait, no. I don't want to have to deal with her not being soft.
Yeah.
That's not my responsibility to change her, fix her, anything.
No, you're right.
My responsibility is to provide for this woman and my family, and we bring peace and happiness to each other.
Right.
If there's anything left after that, then I'm out. And I think that that's the biggest challenge for black men today, for me. And I see it because we're like, hey, how do I create healthiness in a chaotic world that we was already brought in, especially when so many things were against us?
I think the best way to like show self-love is to like be an example, because self-love is always going to be like an individual's journey. Like how we were talking about when it comes to like the black man finding that white woman and seeing those different sides. It's like, that's just because that's what she's used to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She didn't have to be like hard and like have rough edges, because it was a privilege, you know what I'm saying? That softness came from like 50 years of stability. So they had opportunity to be soft.
Right.
So the self-love, the self-love, it could only be like a individual's journey. I see what you mean, where it's like you want to be able to bring that softness in, but you can do that. You really can do that, but you gotta like that's gotta be a mission goal, to be honest. You can't really front a person for not being that way, because that's just who they are. You gotta let people be them. If you want to find that softness that you're looking for in a woman, it's like, you gotta find that shit, man. Because it's like, it can't be no one else's job.
Right. What I'm gonna say is that I wanted you to say, like, I like when you said, if you want that kind of like peace, or you have to bring it yourself first. Like, you can't just expect, I want this loving energy, and you're not bringing love to the table. It just makes no sense. Right. So us as men, we're the leaders. We have to lead by example.
Right.
So I agree with that. But thank you for having this meeting, taking the time.
Yeah, no problem.
For real, it was cool. It was dope.
It's really like, I think as a society, we're always like in a constant transition phase. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so you was helping, I know I gotta bring you in, because you was like helping your mom, when you be helping your mom with applications and stuff. And then I'm like, dag, like, all you gotta do is go on the computer, do this, and that. But it's like, she don't understand technology like that.
Right.
So it's
Right.
like there's what's the word for it? It's like
Like a gap.
yeah,
Or-
yeah, there's huge gaps. And that's just an example of so many things. If I start dating, I find this girl and she's just bad, but then she's like always got some shit to say. She always got a mouth on her. She just won't shut the fuck up. I'm be like, yo, man, what's wrong with this girl? And then you like meet her parents, and it's like they do the same shit.
Yeah,
They
right,
won't shut
right.
the fuck up. At that point, it should register to you towards like this shit is ingrained, and sometimes you just can't. Most of the time, you just can't fix a person. But you know what normally happens? That man gets that bitch pregnant. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So now you
Yeah.
got problems about how this person you got pregnant is going to
Right.
be, and it just trickles down. So it's like in a constant like transition phase of this is what I'm looking for a partner to be, but that partner is not that.
Right.
You know what
And
I'm
you know
saying?
what's funny about that? It's because they're not looking at the aspect of what that person is showing. When you get into like interested with somebody, you're not thinking about their flaws. You're not thinking about the
Right.
negative things.
Right.
You're not thinking about long term. You're just thinking about
Right.
I'm trying to hit, I'm trying to talk to her, whatever. I don't care what those issues are. We're gonna work through them later. Then when they
Yeah.
come up later, you're like, whoa,
Yeah.
I never signed up for this.
Right.
But I think it's really important for black men, especially and black men growing up without even hearing this, to understand that you gotta be careful of who you choose and the choices you make, because those are lifelong decisions, you
Yeah.
know, especially getting somebody pregnant.
Yeah, and I like how we're having this conversation because we're like two black men. We're around like what 90s kids and all that. But when you like go
Right.
on the internet and you're like seeing like all shit that people are just talking about, it's all just shit talking. It's all like let me try and say this like this trendy, let's do this trendy thing, get these click points in. So it's all about like buzzwords and shit. When it's like you're not
Right.
even like developing a conversation for people to get better. It's all
Right.
about like you're trying to like just score points, increase your following and likes. So I feel like
You know,
go ahead.
You know, it's funny. I listened to Lil Wayne growing up all the time, and he
Word.
was just like pussy money weed, pussy
Yeah.
money weed, and I'm like, yeah, like that's what I'm going for.
Yeah.
And for a long time, I'm like, wait, I didn't realize that the within that message, he's like, focus on yourself, King. Don't focus on these things.
Yeah.
But in actuality, all I heard was, oh yeah, these
weird.
things that's gonna distract me.
Yeah.
But then when you decipher it, it's like, okay, no, it's like focus on you, and then those things is gonna come. Like he's promoting it without promoting it. Like I know you like these things, but I'm gonna use this message to make you heal, and I think that's fascinating because the only way sometimes people listen is if you give them what they want.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. Like
So-
it falls with like Kanye too, because he's always like bragging and like saying, "Oh, I'm the top dog with this, and that." But it's like, yeah, you are doing that. You're getting that type of content in the music, and it can be toxic. But at the same time, it could also like boost your esteem to where it's like Kanye
Exactly.
feels this way all the time. Why can't I feel this way?
Right.
Same thing with Jeezy. He always talks about the trap, talking about like selling cocaine, but he's also talking about like getting off your damn ass and making some money and making sure
Right.
you and your people gonna be good. So it's like there's different ways to take things. That's why I like be hating when people be like always demonizing rap music. It's like it's always two sides to it. It's always two sides to it.
Right.
It's like I can even do it with Sexy Red. She always talking about like getting her ass eat, getting her pussy ate.
I'm not.
Like-
I'm not
Nah,
Sexy Red ain't it. I don't even hear no positivity in that.
nah, but
That's city girls to the next level. I don't know.
nah, but watch this for real though. it's taking charge. It's taking charge. I think Cardi B does it the best because it's like it's pretty much always knowing your worth.
Right.
What you say, like broke boys ain't getting no pussy or nothing. It's like that's mean as hell.
Mm-hmm.
But damn, do you want your daughter to marry a broke nigga? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And you know, to a degree, it's like the level of confidence I see in those kind of women is just like, damn. Like,
Yeah.
where did that come from? But
Right.
it's cool because you need it, especially in that type of light. And in everyday society, you have to lead with some confidence.
Right.
But I mean, it's a lot. I mean, Cardi B, I don't feel like Cardi B's that bad as Sexy Red, but Sexy Red just takes it to a different level.
It's hella sexualized. No, I admit
Yeah.
that. I don't be playing
and
Sexy
it's-
Red in this house. You know what I'm saying? I got a daughter. I don't want her to hear all that shit. But at the
Right.
same time, it's like she gonna grow up and she gonna become her own person. I don't want my daughter to be so soft that
Unaware, yeah.
she'll take any nigga's hardness.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a give and take. You can't be completely soft. I don't.
Right.
I wouldn't want men to be completely hard because it's like, damn, nigga, your dad just died and you can't cry. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's
It gotta be a balance,
it's-
some balance.
That's right. It has to be a balance because it's like you got all these men killing themselves. Men kill.
Right.
Women don't kill themselves that much. Can I? Shit, I'm on TikTok.
Yeah.
Women don't be. They
Don't be
don't.
unaliving.
They don't be unaliving themselves like that. You got to
Yeah.
think about that. Why? Why? Because they always talking about how they feel and shit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Men don't do that shit. We just
Right,
like
right.
hold that shit to our graves till we go to Walmart and purchase a rope. You know what I'm saying? So,
But you know what's funny about that is because we tried to open up to some woman, and she took that
They
as a
can't-
weakness,
they
right?
can't-
Like, oh, that man
exactly.
weak. And then it's like most men don't come together and communicate. Like, I'm not gonna communicate to my boy about how I'm hurting about something because we have that pride and ego. We got to be masculine
Mm-hmm.
all the time.
women
And
all
when we don't get to vent those things out,
Right.
we end up just internalizing that stuff and then be like, you know what, I gotta self-harm now, or I gotta
a
take it
lot
to the
of
next
women
level.
always be saying they want their man to be completely open with them until that shit happens.
Right.
Once that shit happens and shit start getting dark and this nigga just crying on a couch and you don't know how to comfort this motherfucker because he has demons.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Then it's like now it shows how unequipped you are and it shows how emotionally damaged this person is and you can't fix them.
Right. And it's funny that you say that. They don't even know how to handle their emotions themselves. So when he actually starts expressing that, it's like we both can't be emotional.
Right.
Yeah, and it's really sad. It's really sad because, you know, you see a lot of people just lashing out or hitting people or fighting all the time and arguing and getting in trouble. And you're like, oh, this person's a bad person. And that person's not a bad person. That person's going through something.
Going through shit.
You know? And we always look at it to see the negative and don't see, like, how can we help this person that's in front of us?
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Right. Especially if it's a black man, I'm like, come on. They already see us like, oh, look at that monkey.
Yeah.
Look at him.
Yeah.
Look at him acting like an animal.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, he's not acting. He just doesn't have the tools that a two-parent home would have gave him if he had it.
Exactly. And the problem is, it's like the way that we're moving in the society, it's almost like, I don't know, it's a lot of things to look at. Because shit's just getting so sensationalized at this moment to where it's like, if you just start acting out and doing some crazy shit, you might be having some huge mental problems that you're dealing with, but that's your bread and butter on TikTok. So it's like, do you get some help, change for the better, but hurt your pockets in doing that? Or do you just like ignore the type of demons that you have in you, so you could keep your bread and butter up. And the problem is, it's like even trying to get that help, that's gonna set you up for a failure. So as a man, now you're losing the way that you can provide. So it's kind of like a lose-lose situation in a way. That's like the tragedy in it. Oh damn. I lost him. Yeah, I lost him.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. I didn't hit nothing. I was just talking.
It probably was dead. Oh, the free meeting. He does free meetings. Yeah, we are both talking.
Yeah.
Did he text? Yeah, we are both talking.
Yeah.
Did he text you? Did he text you? Let me end it.
I don't want to hit nothing.